You may not agree with this, however, in my opinion, a 3-round liner is probably one of the best needles that we can use as a tattoo artist. A 3-round liner has a lot of secrets behind it. If we are just starting out and we take a look at a 3-round liner, it can seem pretty intimidating because it's a small, fine needle, which means it's going to be really easy to cause trauma to the skin. However, once we start becoming a little bit more familiar and seasoned with a 3-round liner, and once we get acquainted with the gear that we are using, things become really interesting. In my professional opinion, from my experience, a 3-round liner can do a lot more than most needles. What I say for a 3-round liner, I won't be able to say for every single different needle size or configuration. With a 3-round liner, we can line, we can shade, we could apply textures, we can do small designs, we can do large designs. Right there alone, I can't say that for every other needle, as they just don't do it for me besides a 3-round liner. Allow me to show you some technical standpoints here on what I am trying to say to better get my points across. With a 3-round liner, we can also run at a lower voltage, which gives us more time to work on the skin. So if we need to, for example, layer up some shades, we can even do that with this small of a needle point. So everything from very thin lines, as you see right here, can be accomplished all the way to heavier line weights by simply sculpting up that line until you've accomplished the line weight that you were looking for. So let's say I'm trying to accomplish that of maybe like 14 round shader, 11 round shader, something like this. You can kind of see I established my boundaries here. I'm running at 5 volts even right now. And I'm just going to make back and forth motions, depositing ink into the skin in this accurate and paceful manner. That's another one of my favorite variables with the 3-round liner, is that I can be really accurate with my ink deposits. You can see this area is almost done being sculpted up, and it looks like a heavier line weight applied it, even though it was done with a 3-round liner. So here we have just a 3-round liner line, and then we have a line that resembles that of like a 9-round shader. You get the idea, and I can sculpt lines as big, thick as I need. Another secret about 3-round liners is that we can in fact shade. I remember when I first started, I had this interpretation where I had to use mags to shade, but that's not the truth. So for example, let's say I'm trying to create a little shade here. All I need is proper technique. Running at 5 volts, I get to layer up my shades, and I can also be really accurate with my deposits, even while shading. So you can see I'm starting right here. I'm just going to create a gradual shade fade this way. Mindful of my pixel, my spaces in between, my hand speed to my voltage also matters, as that's going to contribute to a smoother read. Just using pendulum motions to layer up the shades here. And that is another thing that I can do with a 3-round liner. So you get the idea. Let's say if I am tattooing a design, I would simply apply the shading in the correct placement using this technique right here to get myself shades. Another thing that I can accomplish with 3-round liners are textures, for example. So let's say if I'm trying to do like fur type of textures, I can use a series of back and forth pendulum motions like this here, using whip shades to create sharper tapered edges here. And what I'm doing is layering up this technique to yield fur-like textures. So if I go over here, wipe away, let's see where we are at. You can kind of see I'm accomplishing textures using varying tones, different directions, and stroke motions. And that is also something that we can do with a 3-round liner. And once again, I really can't say a lot of this for most needles. Although we can apply these techniques, the results that we're aiming for may not be reached just simply because of a heavier line weight configuration on the needle. So you can see just a series of whip motions, and I'm off to creating textures. And I can do this using even whip motions and pendulum motions like so. I can fill in larger areas of shades like this. I can also crosshatch with a 3-round liner. So there's essentially really nothing that we can't do with a 3-round liner once we become seasoned and align our technique and fundamentals. So there we have two different type of textures. We have like a fur-like texture, and then here we have like a peppered sort of look. We can even pack with 3-round liners. Going back to our technique and technical application, it is really easy to cause damage to the skin. So I don't recommend starting off with a 3-round liner until you're comfortable and acquainted with every other needle. But packing, you can see this right here was kind of like that demonstration. If I were to just kind of create a circle here, packing is 110% doable using this small of a needle configuration, as long as we just have the correct technique. So you can see I established my boundary. I'm creating small circular motions, matching my hand speed to my voltage, not moving too fast or too slow. I want to give the needle time to deposit the ink before I'm moving on. Circular motions. Not really focusing on needle depth because I just need the very tip of the needle, and that is it. I don't need more than that because we don't want to cause trauma to the skin. That's not necessary. We just need to break open the skin, cause a little bit of trauma, and be out. So you can see I have the outer edge there. Then I would just kind of complete this until I am done. So we can also 110% absolutely pack with a 3-round liner. If we take a look, you can see it's clean, packed, solid, and consistent and saturated. You can take a look at the other little demonstrations here as well to see that we could do it all with a 3-round liner should the technique and fundamentals be aligned. Again, if you are not familiar and you can't use like other needles on demand, if you can't line on demand with, say, for example, an 11-round liner, I don't recommend going into this. This video is more to raise awareness on all of the secrets that a 3-round liner has and what we can actually do with it given the right technique and circumstance. With a 3-round liner, we have to understand that we do not need the entire needle. In fact, we are just going to be working off the very tip of the needle, and that is it. We're not going to approach it the same way we would like an 11-round liner, even a 7-round liner. It's going to be completely different. We're just going to be working off the very, very tip of our tattoo needle. Another thing is oftentimes a lower voltage is better because we get more time to work on the skin. The higher the voltage, the more rounds our needle is going to be making. The more rounds our needle is making, the more trauma it's causing to the skin because it's physically opening the skin each and every time the needle touches down. So right now I'm running at 5 volts. I tend to find a lower voltage is better when using a 3-round liner. Another thing to take away from this is a 3-round liner, we can be really, really accurate with our deposits and where we choose to create or lay down ink here. So for example, you can see right here, it gets a little bit tighter. If I just take my time using the correct technique for this area, which is going to just be a series of back and forth pendulum-like whip motions, you're going to see that I could still be really accurate with my deposits by simply taking my time and staying true to the design and my technique. I'm giving my needle enough time to make its rounds. I'm adding textures and details where I'd like, and I'm accomplishing results that I'm setting out to accomplish here. With this small of a needle configuration, a 3-round liner, I can create whip motions which are essentially going to provide me with shades. So I could shade even with a 3-round liner using whip motions. I can use pendulum motions, and I can even use cross hatching to smooth shades out and to darken certain areas up. It's also important to take away that I can also create varying line weights with this small of a needle. So if I go right here in this area and I start right here, you can see I can make the outer edge right here a heavier line weight than the inner details of this design, which is going to, in my opinion, create a more interesting read and add a certain level of quality to the work that we are producing. So you can see I just take my time, deposit the ink, and then kind of just sculpt the line up little by little using a series of dash motions like this. This is one of the only needles that we can do that with. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this with an 11 round liner. I wouldn't be able to do it, again, as I mentioned, even with the 7. The only needle that I truly feel comfortable doing this sort of thing, like building up lines like this, is with a 3 round liner. So you kind of see I established the boundary and then just begin to create the line weight going back and forth. And applying it as cleanly as I possibly can. And that would essentially be repeated throughout the entire process. So from my experience and in my opinion, a 3 round liner is the only needle that I'm gonna be able to get results like this that I am, going for and I could be really accurate with. So like I'm adding some just, random hair details just to kind of really push the limits and get my points across here. And again, 3 round liner is the only needle that's going to give me these sort of varying results without having to switch ink and or needles. Now I do hope that I can get some of my points across here. I do hope that I can, shed some light on the true potential of a 3 round liner. If you have any questions at all, I do encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. One thing's for sure, I would not be able to get these results even with a 5 round liner. This had to have been done with a 3 round liner. Now I do hope that this can kind of give you an idea as to the true potential of a 3 round liner. If you have any questions at all, I encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you found this video helpful, consider liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. With that being said, I thank you for your time and I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a good day. Are you wanting to develop your tattooing skill sets? Now you can practice and develop anytime, any place with an assortment of tattooing workbooks that I've created. With these assorted tattooing workbooks, we can practice our basic lining all the way to advanced lining. We can practice shading, shading placement, dot work, textures, and more. All we are gonna need is a tattoo workbook of mine. We can use a pencil, pen. We can even use a tattoo machine with a ballpoint cartridge to develop our tattooing abilities further. That means that we don't need tattoo ink, we don't need napkins or petroleum jelly to get to practicing. Simply open one of my tattooing workbooks and get going. It really is that easy. You can get your hands on one of my developmental tattooing assorted workbooks by simply clicking the links in my description or in the pinned comment section below, or navigating on over to Amazon.com, typing in Daniel Yuck, and you'll see all of the assorted tattoo workbooks that I've created come up. If you have an Amazon account, be sure to follow my Amazon author page as well, as I would greatly appreciate your support. Should you have any questions at all, drop them in the comment section down below. I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction.